Yo, what is good in the hood? Welcome to No Mustache Beard, guys. So I was on YouTube early this morning and I realized that I had a watch later option, which I totally forgot about. So I'm choosing one of the videos from that list today that I've been wanting to react for a while. Today's video is called Top 10 Best Episodes of Goosebumps. We all know fucking Goosebumps, right? I hope you do, because if you don't, where have you fucking been for the past 10 fucking years? So the video is brought to us by Blame It On George. Let's get right into it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. So let's just jump right into this shit. Oh, by the way, I'm not gonna put all the episodes that the video is showing. So I'm gonna put the videos link in the description, so if you want to go finish it, go right ahead. But yeah, let's just jump right into it.
90s, chances are that you've read one or more entries from R.L. Stine's hauntingly brilliant Goosebumps
Right.
series. These stories were all over the place and scared a generation of kids into reading. Over 62 books were published under the original Goosebumps
Not that
lineup,
bad.
and where their success, there are spin-offs, adaptations, and merchandise. However, for this video, we'll be taking a look at the 1995 television adaptation of Goosebumps.
Okay.
And despite having some outdated effects by today's standards, as well as many laughably bad moments,
I remember the mummy.
original Goosebumps TV series had some pretty
Oh, I
terrifying
remember that
episodes.
alien.
So
I think that was the librarian, I think, right? I think it's the librarian.
today, we're going to count down the top 10 best episodes of Goosebumps.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, boy.
There's something horrible happening in Fever Swamp.
Oh,
Something really horrible.
I wonder what could it be.
Based on the 14th book of the original Goosebumps series, The
Ah.
Werewolf of Fever Swamp stars a
Yup.
boy named Grady Tucker and his older sister Emily. They just recently moved to Fever Swamp, Florida, so
Oh.
the scientist parents can study swamp deer. After exploring...
Wait, there's a such thing as a swamp deer? Honestly, I have never heard about a fucking deer living in a swamp. If I could be truly brutally honest with you guys.
Swamp, they meet another boy named Will Blake, who tells them the history of Fever Swamp. 100 years ago, almost everyone in the town contracted an illness and died, while those who didn't die went insane. That night, Grady suffers from a fever. The next day, they find a big dog and decide to keep it as a pet. They name it Vandal, although he is named Wolf in the original book.
Well,
After increasing suspicious activities, including the death of many animals and the disappearance of some townsfolk, Will accuses Vandal of being a werewolf. And after the death of one of his swamp deer, Grady's father begins to believe this as well.
no.
And he even campaigns
I bet you it was that kid that fucking kid met. I bet you.
to have the dog put to sleep. Grady releases Vandal before this can
Right.
happen, and goes out with Will later that night to search for him. Grady soon discovers that Will is the true werewolf, who proceeds to bite him.
I knew it.
He wakes up the next morning back home.
I knew it. Fucking Will. Fuck you, Will. Wherever the fuck you are right now, fuck you, dog.
Brought by the local swamp hermit. His father tells him that the hermit saw Vandal save his life, thus letting him keep the dog. The episode ends
Why?
with Grady walking outside and howling at the moon, implying that the werewolf of Fever Swamp is now him. And in the book, it outright confirms this, with an epilogue stating that him and Vandal go out exploring on full moons together. A bit of a happy ending, I suppose.
Fuck that. What the fuck? I swear to God, if I ever met somebody that's telling me a shit ton of fucking stories, I'll be like, motherfucker, where have you been? Like, do you know this? Like, as soon as the fucking guy tells me the stories about the shit, I immediately will know that that fucker is a fucking werewolf. There is no doubt about it. It's the fucking dumbest situation ever. Like, some random stranger, you move to a new place, some random stranger. I mean, I get it, you know, it could probably be your fucking neighbor. But when he tells me that everybody died, but he's the one who's alive, my ass. Number 9.
Obsessed with worms. That's
Ugh.
putting it mild.
Ugh. Why you gotta
Based
say
on
it
his
like
21st
that?
book, Go Eat Worms, stars Todd Barstow, a worm
Oh.
fanatic. He loves collecting and tormenting his sister with them. Him and his friend
No.
Danny are always out collecting worms in the rain together.
But
As the
why?
school science fair rolls around, Todd's thoughts go immediately to his worms and which way he can enter them as a project. However,
How?
he learns that a rich kid named Patrick is also planning on entering a worm-related project. At
That's a
night,
big-ass worm.
Him and Danny go to Patrick's house to discover
Uh-huh.
what kind of project he's working on, but are attacked by an evil spirit dog. They briefly manage to see a corpse inside the house and are frightened away. The next day,
Okay.
he learns it was a prank pulled by his sister and gets revenge by sabotaging her science fair
There was a fucking dead body and it's a prank? Do you think that Logan Paul situation was a prank? Hell no.
project. After losing the science fair to Patrick, Todd and Danny go back to hunting worms. After a successful hunt one day, he goes to the basement to show his sister and her friend a cool trick. Where
Right.
he slices a worm in half. The worms he keeps in his aquarium see this, however, and they are not pleased. Todd soon begins to find worms in his hat, bed, food, and homework.
Oh! What the fuck? Oh! Get the fuck out! Oh! First of all, you're gonna tell me, motherfucker, that you're gonna go to sleep and all of a sudden worms appear under your handkerchief? You're gonna tell me that? No! No! Ugh! I hate worms. And I just ate breakfast. Oh!
He goes downstairs to apologize to the worms.
You need to fucking move out
before
of
he's
the
confronted
fucking
with his
house.
father holding a baseball bat, who tells him to get rid of the worms. After learning that this was another prank by his sister, Todd goes to dig up more worms for revenge, but is suddenly pulled underground by a giant worm. The final
How the fuck was that a prank? That's not a prank. That's not a prank. Oh my god, it's making me yawn.
confrontation takes place in an enormous cavern filled with worms. Danny and Todd's
Fucking
sister are
worm
able to
leader.
scare the big worm away to save Todd, who gives up on his worm hobby for good. The ending to the book and episode are very different. In the episode, Todd turns to fishing to replace his worm hobby, but is pulled underwater by a giant fish, leading him to give up fishing. In the book, however, Todd takes up butterfly collecting.
The fucking worm pulls you into the water? When the fuck does that happen? What?
He wakes up in the middle of the night to find an enormous butterfly standing over him, holding a large silver pin, seeking revenge. The implications of the book are much.
How? But they're worms. These worms don't turn into butterflies unless it's a different fucking. It's a caterpillar. You're supposed to fucking fight. Is it a caterpillar? Hold on. Yeah, it's a fucking caterpillar. You need to fucking kill a caterpillar to make in order to get revenge from a butterfly. But no, the fucking this is just an earthworm.
Much more horrifying.
Yeah, oh yeah, I understand. You know, the fucking show usually, any show, if this written first in the book and then they move it into a to like a film or like any type of video, of course it's gonna be different. You know, you have to change it. You can't just fucking copy everything. You know, you can't. That's no.
Practice till you drop.
Oh
Dead.
yes.
The 13th book of the series, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder, was adapted
Oh.
onto television December 8th, 1995.
Damn. How old was I? Couple months old. April, May, June, July, August, December. I was 5 months old when that shit came out. That's a long ass time.
He discovers
Ah.
a dusty old piano in the attic, which he hears playing music quietly at night. He decides to investigate one night and finds a ghost girl. She looks at him.
Oh no.
Her face melts off, leaving behind just a skull. Well, at least in the book. She just kind of tells him to get lost in the episode. Jerry's parents decide to sign him up for piano lessons with a man named Dr. Shriek, who seems to be particularly interested in Jerry's hands. While at his lessons,
remember this fucking
he sees
episode.
a terrifying robot in the halls, which, in actuality, is just a floor sweeper made by the maintenance man, Mr. Toggle. There's another scary scene present only in the book, where Jerry confronts the ghost downstairs again, only to find that she has bloody stumps where her hands used to be. Jerry learns more about this the next day at his lessons, where he discovers that all the other students are actually disembodied hands playing the piano. Dr. Shriek attacks him, but he's saved by Mr. Toggle, who turns off Shriek with a remote. It turns out, though, that Dr. Shriek was actually created by Mr. Toggle, who is the true mastermind. He needs hands to play music for him because it's just too difficult to build robot hands.
You're not Dr. Shriek! I need your hands, Jerry. You're nuts!
Yeah, fucking hit him!
I need my hands!
Hit him!
Music!
In the end, Jerry is saved by the ghost, who turns out to be Mr. Toggle's strict old piano teacher. He goes on his merry way.
Shit, I mean, it's get fucking, I mean, so the music teacher was the fucking ghost that was haunting the kid's fucking house. The bitch teacher was in a fucking house. God damn.
To live a life of normal mediocrity, while Toggle is forced to practice piano for all eternity. In the
First of all, how the fuck is Mr. Toggle gonna be like practicing for like the rest of his life or whatever if he's alive? He is alive. All he has to do is get the fuck out of your fucking chair like so. And then you just fucking have to leave the fucking room and then you're good. And that's all you have to do, you know? Just get the fuck out and then get the fuck out.
In the book, the ghost never specifically is named.
See, that's a better idea. If you want to fucking run, let the fucking motherfuckers take him. But like, he just stood there practicing like a dumbass.
All lost their hands to Mr. Toggle.
Good.
They drag
that's
him off
good.
into the forest, never to be seen again. The TV episode's ending is a bit more silly.
No, I get that. I understand. Makes sense.
It's much more frightening and dark.
So I skip the middle part of the video, so we're gonna skip it to 4. Like I said, the link will be in the description down below. Oh, really? Someone waiting in the dark. I think I know what it is.
It's the second book of the original Goosebumps series, and follows
second one?
Margaret
That's
and Casey
awesome.
Brewer, as well as their father, who recently lost his job as a botanist at a nearby university.
Yeah.
Ever since he got fired, he's been spending all of his time in the basement, working on something.
I know, it's just that I'm worried about Dad. He's been acting so weird lately.
He's under a lot of
Oh no,
pressure,
of course.
Margaret.
But he never has time.
It's cause you know he's a scientist and he just got fired. You know, it's okay. Just give him time.
I do, but it just seems like he's changed.
Okay, bitch. Yeah, like your mom said, you hated it. 1, 2. You're already fucking grown up. According to the video, I mean, I could fucking, you look like you're about maybe, what, 15, 14 years old? You still want to be called princess? I mean, I don't know if it's a girl thing. I don't know. I mean, I apologize, but I don't know if it's a girl thing. I mean, I'm a guy. I don't want me to, oh, my little son, how are you, my little son? Like, just call me Sam, the fuck?
Mother leaves on a trip to visit their aunt in the hospital, leaving them all alone with their
Man,
father.
shut your bitch ass up!
When their father isn't home, they decide to investigate the basement.
Oh
and
no!
Find it covered with huge jungle-like plants and an intense.
Bad idea.
They even find that some of the plants are breathing in a very human.
I mean, this is a jungle.
Their father finds them in the basement and angrily tells them to stay out until the day comes when he shows them what is down there. Things get progressively more and more strange when Margaret finds her father eating plant food. Under his hat, he now has green leaves growing out, and he bleeds bright green blood. bed had...
Is he like experimenting on his own? I mean, I remember this, but like, I always wonder, like, was he really experimenting on his own self?
His green leaves growing out, and he bleeds bright green blood. His bed had changed too, now being covered with moist dirt and worms.
It hurts me to watch worms. I hate worms.
Their father calls him down for lunch, which appears to be green mashed potatoes. He attempts to force them to eat it, but lucky for them, the doorbell rings.
Yeah, that is not a good idea. I wouldn't trust my own fucking mom giving me that kind of shit, if knowing that she's acting fucking weird. They're really smart ass little fucking kids.
Quickly throw their food in the trash and find Dr. Merrick at the door, their father's old boss.
Oh!
They realize that after their father and him go to check out the basement, Dr. Merrick never left. When their father isn't around again, they investigate the basement and find Dr. Merrick's clothes,
Whoa.
as well as increasingly humanoid-looking plant creatures. They also find their father tied up, who reveals that the man they thought was their father was actually a plant doppelganger.
Oh shit! It was a doppelganger? Oh, what the fuck? No, I swear to God, if a fucking plant takes over my body and doppelgangs me, I'm gonna be like, first of all, motherfucker, you a big ass motherfucker. Second of all, no, get the fuck out, and then I'll burn the whole house to the ground, and I'll be like, look, don't forget everything inside the house. We're moving. I don't give a fuck if I don't have a job. We're fucking moving. Leave the fucking house burnt to the crisp. Number one, guys.
If look kill.
That's it. That was the whole quote. If looks could kill, if the looks could kill, I mean, it didn't do anything. Sorry.
At last, we made it to our final entry on the list, and it's one of the most iconic Goosebumps stories.
Oh, really?
The Haunted Mask.
Yes.
Split into
It's
a
the
two-part
best.
episode, the story follows Carly Beth Caldwell, who is getting ready for Halloween. Annoyed at being called a scaredy cat and being treated like a baby, she vows to wear a costume that will really scare people this year.
They're gonna fuck 'em
She
up.
disregards the cutesy costume that her mother made for her, and instead goes to a costume shop that just recently opened.
That's always a bad idea. If you see a store like that, be careful what you buy, cause you never know if it's haunted or not.
Inside, she finds that it's filled with some of the most hideous and deformed masks she has ever seen, including a disgusting, monstrous green mask.
Yeah, I bet you that was all the demons that they casted away, and then they put their fucking spirits into the masks. Trust me, it could happen. Believe that.
Which she decides to purchase. She manages to scare her brother with the mask, although it does alter her voice a little bit, making it a hoarse growl unintentionally. It takes a bit of pulling to get the mask off, but she's sure she made the perfect purchase. She puts the mask back on and goes off to get payback on her friends who scare her daily. But she begins to act differently. She attacks people, terrorizing children, and vandalizes the neighborhood. She soon finds out that the mask has fused with her face and will not come off. She tries to return it, but the shopkeeper tells her that it will not come off, as it is a
well, no shit! But here's the thing. That's why you gotta be careful what you buy. Because like there's these motherfuckers and these motherfucker stores won't tell you shit. They won't tell you it's haunted. And won't tell you it's gonna fuse with your motherfucking face. They won't tell you that you're paying $600 probably for that shit, but you're gonna die. They won't say shit. All they care about is the money. Believe me. So next time, kids and ladies and gentlemen, whoever the fuck is seeing this video, be careful.
Real living face, belonging to a group called the Unloved Ones.
Yep.
The only way it can be removed is with a true symbol of love. The other
true sense of love. What? So you go from like I'm getting confused, but at the same time, I love it. Fucking dumbass girl.
Mask is definitely one of the most scariest books and episodes of the entire series. The concept.
Series? Seaweeds. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're calling it now, guy. Mr. George. Seaweeds.
The mask slowly eating away your face, while your muffled screams can barely get through, is just bone chilling. R.L. Stine himself has said it's the book he's most proud of.
Nice.
And it's his favorite in the series.
Nice.
And he should be very proud of it because it fulfilled its purpose. It gave nightmares to an entire generation of children for years.
I did.
Including my scriptwriter.
Fuck your scriptwriter. Alright, guys. Well, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. R.L. Stine is one of the greatest authors for the kids' horror books and TV shows. This is gonna be added to the old school TV show series. I hope you did enjoy the video again. I hope give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what your favorite book was from Goosebumps. But yeah, guys, this shit is fucking intense. I'm gonna bring you another video next time. I'm gonna catch you up till the next time.